Is it Miss or Mrs.?
Mrs.
Mrs. Miller, you brought this case before the court. What is going on?
This is my
future
son's
daughter-in-law.
baby mama.
Okay.
Future daughter-in-law.
And Tracy. So Tracy leaves the kids with me and didn't come back.
Right, guys, this one's gonna hit hard. What starts as a simple child support dispute quickly spirals into exposed lies, clashing personalities, and a grandmother who may be way more involved than she should be. By the end of this, you're going to question who's protecting the kids and who's protecting their pride. Let's get into it.
He decides she wants to do.
Okay. Is her name Tracy?
Yes, Tracy. Tracy, I guess is what it is.
It's Tracy, Judge.
Okay.
It's not that hard. It's just Tracy.
Oh, okay.
So special. She's very special.
According to your son, I am.
Ooh.
Okay. Tracy,
He just
what
has
is-
bad
what's
taste
your last
in women.
name?
My name is Tracy Smith.
Right from the start, we can feel the tension. Mrs. Miller wastes no time painting Tracy as irresponsible, dropping off the kids, disappearing, and offering no support. But notice something. She's emotional, not factual. Courts rely on evidence, not frustration, and that gap is already setting the tone for conflict.
Yeah, it is okay, but I would watch it if I wasn't watching kids and kid shows, but that's because I got kids, but
Your Honor, I
understand.
don't know why
I
she's so
understand.
mean to me.
Oh,
Like,
here
I
go the
don't
tears.
understand.
Here go the tears.
Okay,
Here go
hold
the
on,
tears.
hold on. Miss Smith, I'll get over to you in just a moment. I'll get over to you in just a moment. Okay, now, Mrs. Miller,
Yes.
you said she dropped the kids off and go do, how do you know the things that she do?
She claims she's...
Here's the first red flag. Tracy says she works, but Mrs. Miller says she has no money. The judge picks up on that instantly. In family court, income versus parental responsibility is always a pressure point, and a missing explanation can flip a case dramatically. Whose story would you trust at this moment?
How do you know their relationship?
My son tells me things.
Right. You
then-
only get it, hear me out, you're only getting information from your son. And I'm not saying that your son is not being truthful, but that's just one side of it. It's always another side.
I see stuff.
And it seems like you're very passionate about your grandchildren.
Yes, I am.
So you should at least pretend.
This moment matters. Tracy watches court on Zoom to prepare. Instead of appreciating that, Mrs. Miller mocks her. Judges hate unnecessary hostility. It signals you're here to fight the person, not solve the problem. And the judge immediately begins protecting Tracy's right to speak. Power shift number 1.
Okay, what is your legal objection?
That it's not true.
All right, so that's not a legal objection.
She's not an attorney.
So it doesn't matter. She watches court on Zoom, so she is learning how to represent herself.
Right.
Let's not knock anyone for
That's
trying
true.
to represent themselves.
That's true.
not a legal objection, unfortunately.
Now we see the root issue. Mrs. Miller believes everything her son says without question. But family court deals with facts, not family loyalty. The judge notices the imbalance, one woman speaking from emotion, the other from preparation, and she's slowly redirecting control of the narrative.
It'd be nice.
Ms. Miller,
I apologize.
you do not have to act like that, okay?
I don't. I
Now,
apologize.
when we first started talking, you said she was your son's baby mama, and I believe she said they were engaged or fiance or something.
Nah, they ain't.
So couldn't it be that your son doesn't tell you everything?
She got a ring on.
I mean, I
didn't
thought I
have-
heard.
This is huge. Tracy tries to object, but she doesn't know how. It's not legally valid, but it's real. She's overwhelmed, outnumbered, and trying her best. And the judge doesn't punish her for it. This shows exactly how self-represented parents struggle, not with truth, but with technicalities.
Okay, so it is indeed a fact that you dropped the children off to grandmother 6 months ago.
Yes, so the court knows I'm a influencer, and I hate saying that because I'm still growing right now. I'm in
Okay.
the growing stage. And so I do like travel blogs and things like that, which require me to travel.
Watch how the judge reacts here. She doesn't care about the ring, the gossip, or the family drama. She keeps pulling everyone back to legal relevance, a crucial courtroom skill. But emotionally, this is where resentment starts spilling out. And when resentment mixes with custody issues, things get dangerous.
Influencer.
And get a
I'll
real
keep my
job.
Kids.
And excuse me, influencing. When you say influencing, you're talking about social media content creator, that kind of stuff?
Yes, and my specific niche is travel videos. And you know, they're young right now. I hope when they're older, you know, my fiance and I plan to integrate the kids and do like family trips and show how to travel on a budget. Like we have.
And here comes the bomb. Tracy reveals the father, the deployed soldier, doesn't even know about this child support case. That's massive. Filing against someone's partner without informing them, that can fracture a family permanently. Is Mrs. Miller protecting the kids or controlling the situation?
Miscommunication going on, not only between she and her fiance, well, not necessarily between the two of them. I believe that based on what she just said, they knew what they were doing, but your son is not communicating with you, and the two of you aren't communicating with each other.
But Your Honor, she says that he was doing the paying part of the bills. He's always paid part of my bills. That was before the children.
Tracy finally explains her career. She isn't partying. She's traveling for work as an influencer, trying to build income for her family. And the father approved it. Suddenly, the 6-month abandonment narrative doesn't match the facts. This is where the court's perception starts to shift.
Children that live with me, she brings like Rice Krispie treats and cookies, and
That's
that
what my
ain't no
kids like.
food. They need noodles. I don't know how to cook noodles.
I have one question. When she dropped these children off to you, did she say that she was never coming back to pick them up? Or did she say that this was a temporary situation?
The judge sees the real issue, miscommunication. Tracy and her fiancé are aligned, but the mother is operating on assumptions and partial information. This is why co-parenting through a third party almost always fails. Feelings get filtered, intentions get twisted, and kids get caught in the middle.
Keep going like
Hold
that.
on. 1 second. You keep interrupting her.
That's because she be lying.
She did it to you too. So I can't just say that you're 100% at fault. You both are doing it. I don't see how y'all are going to be able to work together with these children if you can't even get a word in. Now, in this email,
See, she interrupted
it is very clear.
Mrs. Miller slips here. She admits she never asked clarifying questions and didn't want to bother her son. But legally, if you're taking custody for months, communication is required. Silence isn't protection, it's negligence in disguise. And the judge knows it.
What the intentions were. It is very clear that this was a temporary situation and you agree to help them.
She wrote that email. I agreed to keep my grandchildren because I didn't want anybody else to have
That's what the email says.
I agreed. I did agree.
Okay, so
I'll take that.
Mrs. Miller, I don't like to tell people what their intentions are, but it does not seem like you did anything here today other than to come and waste my time. Because you should not have filed a child support situation on her. You should not. It's
She's
very
the mother.
clear. It is very clear that this arrangement was for you to help not only her, but to help your son as well. And then if it's true what she also said, that she hasn't been able to communicate with her husband, he doesn't even know that you did this. I'm sorry, your son, her fiance, he doesn't even know that you did this. You think he's gonna be impressed to know that his mother did that to his fiance?
He'll understand.
No, that's not funny. This is not a joking matter. This is serious. Things like this is what makes it hard for families. Child support is hard enough on anybody. But to file it simply because you don't like the other person, that's just mean.
Well, also she has money. She's not paying. She doesn't give anything. She running around
What
talking
was
about
the agreement
doing
with
the
that?
job.
What is it? Wait 1 second. Miss Smith, what was the agreement, if any, for financial support of these children while your husband was on deployment and you were traveling for work?
My fiance continues to pay some of the bills, like her phone bill, and I think he pays the internet and gives her money when he's there. But
Always done that.
I also drop off groceries for the days when she does watch them. But I want to let the court know, if she wants to completely destroy her relationship with her son and with my children.
What happens with me and my
with
son?
my children, I will pick them up and they will not be going back to her house. And this is why I can't.
Well, I don't want you to do that.
Objective threat. Can I object to a threat?
Well, she didn't actually threaten you with
She said
anything.
she's gonna take the kids and not let me see them
and that's
anymore.
not a legal objection.
Oh, well,
and
it's a
I mean,
threat.
you know, I would never recommend anybody to stop children from seeing the other parts of their family.
Right.
However,
Amen. Right.
you're going to have to play fair. You're going to have to play fair. If there was, according to this email, there's nothing in here that said any exchange of financial anything for the children from her to you.
And that's why I filed for child support.
Why
Right,
won't
but
you just
the-
give me a chance? Like, I'm a good person.
Yo, that is
Your
a good
son
question.
loves me.
Miss Smith, let me ask the question. But I'm going to piggyback off what she said. Why? Just give her a chance. It sounds like she really loves your son, and it sounds like her son really loves her too. So y'all should be working together as a family at this point.
That's what I've been trying to do.
Especially
Judge.
with him not being here. This is a really good opportunity for you, the two of you, to get to know each other.
But she's never here. She's traveling with that little new job.
Call her and you all sit down and have a conversation. Get to know each other. This is not the place to do it. This is where bitterness, bitter feelings, all of those things come into place. This is not the court. This is not the court. This is not the place to be doing these types of things. All right? I'm going to deny your request and I'm going to dismiss this case because you do not have a reason to ask for child support. It's very clear from this email that you knew what the situation was and you agreed to help them. And you're getting financial support from it. It's just not what you're looking for, but that was the agreement to continue paying the bills and everything like that.
I won't be dropping them off on Monday. So.
You ain't gonna have that already there. You probably not coming.
No, hold on. Yes, you are. Because y'all are gonna do what? Y'all gonna go have a conversation.
Did you hear her? We're gonna have a conversation.
Yes, y'all are gonna have a conversation.
You're gonna have to play
and y'all are
nice,
gonna
not
work
just in
this
front
out.
of the judge.
And you are too. Is there anything further?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, is there anything further?
No, Your Honor. Can we like order counseling? Is that an option?
Girl, please.
Well, I can't necessarily order counseling because
Because
this.
I can't talk to her. Look how she
Well,
reacts.
here's the
Girl,
deal. Here's the
please.
deal. I cannot order that. That is not what we do in child support court, but I would highly recommend and encourage it. And it can be done. And I have faith in the both of you. If there's nothing further, you all are dismissed.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Be sure to like this video by clicking the thumbs up button and subscribe to our channel.
This case ends exactly where it began, buried in tension, assumptions, and two women fighting over the same two kids, but not fighting with each other. The judge sees the truth. This wasn't abandonment. It was miscommunication and resentment. If this case stunned you too, drop your thoughts in the comments, hit like, and subscribe for more courtroom drama breakdowns just like this.
Hey, finally found her. What can I do for you today?
Well, Your Honor, I'm here to get some justice. I think it's time that I get back what I've been giving out.
What do you mean by that?
Money. I've been giving so much.
Guys, this case is about to hit hard. We've got a father who's been raising 5 kids on his own, a mother who suddenly reappears, and a judge who is not here for games today. As this hearing unfolds, watch closely because every excuse, every interruption, and every truth bomb tells you exactly who's really been showing up for these kids.
Excuse me.
Sorry, Judge.
Don't be sorry, just don't do it. This is your
he
first
gets my
time here
blood
today.
boilings.
And if I remember correctly, you filed the lawsuit on him previously and
I
had
did.
the audacity not to show up.
Here's the first red flag. Mom hasn't shown up in months, but she walks in today already arguing instead of explaining. Judges notice this instantly. When one parent arrives frustrated and the other arrives defensive, it sets the tone. Be honest, if you were the judge, what impression would you have right now?
Like it's been about 7 or 8 months now.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. So in this 7 or 8 months, has mom been paying?
Have you been paying?
Well, no,
No,
that's
she
not how
hasn't,
this
Your
works.
Honor.
That's not how this works.
She hasn't been paying.
All right.
She has not been paying.
Has she at least been visiting with the children?
She hasn't visited.
This moment is huge. Mom tries to talk over the judge, and immediately gets corrected. In family court, attitude matters just as much as facts. When you're behind on support or missing visits, the last thing you want is to appear disrespectful. Do you think she helped or hurt her case right here?
The car that you
And the
really couldn't
cutlass,
see,
yeah.
the cutlass. Oh yeah, that's right. That's
Yeah,
right.
he got arrested not too long after I saw you for the PPP loan. Is that correct?
No,
That's how she got that.
incorrect. That's incorrect.
She got what? What's that?
You know, from the last time. She got the booty in the
7 or 8 months with no child support and no visits, that's devastating. Judges don't just look at money, they look at patterns. Who shows up, who disappears, and who prioritizes everything except their kids. This reveal shifts the entire case. Would you see this as neglect, or is there more to the story?
What they call it something though.
yeah, the BBL. She knows.
Oh,
Why you telling my business?
People need to know.
People don't need to know nothing. That's for the gram.
Anyway, Your Honor.
I mean, I wanted to know.
And here comes the twist. Mom hasn't visited her children, but she did visit the man she ran off with in jail. That contrast hits hard. Judges see choices like this as a direct reflection of priorities. If you were the father, how would you feel hearing this laid out in open court?
Please do.
The
and,
fact
and quickly,
is-
and quickly, without all the extra.
Not extra, not extra at all. The fact is, Judge, I had these children for 10 years before I put them on your doorstep. He was barely doing anything. That's why
The courtroom gets chaotic fast when the father exposes her cosmetic surgery. And while it seems messy, the judge knows exactly why it matters. Spending thousands on enhancements while providing nothing for your children shows the court where your money and your focus really goes. Should personal spending be fair game in child support cases?
Oh, let's
wasn't
talk
getting
about
nothing
this
from
come up. What kind of come up we talking about?
Well, Judge, I met a man who said he can change my life, Judge.
All right, so how financially, did he change this life of yours?
Not too much.
Oh yeah.
Mr.
Now mom throws out a major claim. She says she raised the kids for 10 years alone. But here's the catch. She filed against him, didn't show up, and he ended up with the children. Courts don't operate on memories, they operate on actions. Does her story sound believable to you?
Well, it kind of just depends on the year and how many promotions I get, how many companies want to invest in me. So it just depends. Anywhere between.
When are you going to answer my question?
Judge, it's a difficult question for me.
Mom explains her absence by saying she met a man who promised to change her life. Judges hear this kind of story more often than you'd think. When a parent disappears for a relationship, it becomes a major credibility hit. Would you trust her reliability after this?
Was it?
I mean, I got more than the BBL. I had tube sock titties, so I got the boobies, then I got the booty, and then I got all that. So he probably paid $35, $40.
$1,000?
Yeah, he did.
Oh yeah,
though.
let me hurry up and get you out of here with these numbers.
but I didn't pay
You're
that.
about to pay child support. You have 5.
This is a classic courtroom maneuver, dodging income questions. But judges need numbers to calculate support, and mom's answer of between $30K and $100K is a huge red flag. When income is unclear, courts default to the highest credible estimate. Do you think she should have been more honest here?
Child support amount to $2,604.
Is that a week, Your Honor?
How often are you paid? Are you paid by the day? You paid by the month? How are you paid?
Judge, it just depends.
The judge asking about the cost of the BBL isn't pettiness, it's strategy. If someone can afford $35,000 to $40,000 in cosmetic surgery, they can afford child support. Courts look at lifestyle, not just pay stubs. Should luxury spending be considered when determining support?
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
because I know we weren't talking about that other one. But
no, we're
anywho,
not
that's
good.
neither here nor there. Is there anything further, Mr. Cliff?
I think that's all, Your Honor.
All right. Well, if there's nothing further, you all are dismissed.
Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
And here it is. The judge calculates her support at nearly $3,000 a month. That number shocks a lot of people, but with 5 kids and 0 participation for mom, the math checks out. Child support isn't punishment, it's reimbursement for real expenses. Does this amount feel fair to you? What a ride. In the end, mom's inconsistent story, missed visits, and luxury spending caught up with her, leading to a hefty support order, and dad keeping full custody. Cases like this remind us, parenting is about presence, not excuses. If this case stunned you too, Drop your take in the comments, hit like, and subscribe for more courtroom drama like this.
Everything. I've been doing it all on my own.
All right.
Without a problem, but I've been doing it all on my own.
All right. And when you say all on your own, Dad isn't helping out financially at all?
At all.
Okay.
From the moment this mother walks into court, you can feel the weight she's been carrying for 9 long years. No child support, no real involvement, and a father who isn't even sure he's the father. But today, everything changes. This courtroom is about to peel back every layer of truth, doubt, and responsibility. And trust me, it gets messy fast.
Right. Is Dad aware that she's in these activities?
Yes.
All right. The extracurricular activities, does he attend those?
No, Your Honor.
So he doesn't pay for those?
No.
So what is the backstory? I mean, she's 9, so were you all in a relationship previously? Like what happened?
We were in a situationship for a weekend.
What in the world is that?
Well, it was a little bit more than a one-night stand. It lasted approximately 7.
Right here, notice how calm she stays while explaining she's raised this child entirely alone. 9 years of expenses, sports fees, clothes, everything. And yet, she's not angry. She's just tired. This moment sets the tone. A mother who's carried the load, now asking the system to finally step in. Would you have waited 9 years before taking action?
And so, yeah.
Okay.
That's the extent of it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And you got pregnant?
Yes.
Okay. Was he involved in the pregnancy?
Well, he was definitely there.
Well, no, throughout your pregnancy.
Oh, throughout? No, ma'am.
Okay. So you've just literally had the baby, no help from him, nothing like that. Did he show up at the hospital?
No, he was late.
Okay.
Listen to this, $4, $700 a year in extracurricular costs. And the father attends none of it. No games, no track meets, no show of support. It's more than money, it's presence. You can hear the judge picking up on that gap too. This isn't just a financial case, it's an emotional timeline of absence. What do you think hurts a child more? No money or no involvement?
I've just never seen any greenbacks to follow those texts.
Okay. So when he arrived at the hospital, did he sign the acknowledgement of paternity?
No, Your Honor. When I meant he was late, the baby was already a week old at the time. I was already at home. We'd left the hospital. That's what I mean by late.
Oh, so he didn't show up at the hospital at all?
No, Your Honor.
So he didn't sign the birth certificate or any acknowledgement of paternity or anything like that?
No.
Okay. So you're here today to do what exactly?
Well, I was hoping you would be able to help me, first and foremost, establish paternity.
Okay.
At this point.
All right.
And
Here's where the story turns interesting. A 72-hour situationship. She admits everything, open and straightforward. But he's been absent since pregnancy, no hospital visit, no check-ins. This creates the perfect storm. A child who exists, a father who doubts, and 9 years of unanswered responsibility. Should doubt erase duty, or should it push someone to seek clarity sooner?
You need to take into account to get the full picture.
Well, does it involve the 72-hour
thing? We were involved approximately that amount of time, yes.
Okay.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, I don't want to know any specific details about that.
I'm not here to give you the details of it. I'm just here to tell you that we were in an intimate relationship on and off for about 72 hours, yes.
Okay. So, after you found out she was pregnant, what happened?
Well,
this is a huge moment. The judge zeroes in on the missing piece, paternity. Without it, nothing moves forward. And notice her confidence. In my heart of hearts, I know he's the father. That kind of certainty speaks volumes. If you were her, standing alone for nearly a decade, would you still trust that the truth is enough?
I have a son of my own. I have a newborn son, and with my fiance.
Congratulations.
What does that have to do with this?
This is
Well,
what it
I allowed you the opportunity to speak. This is his time.
Yes,
and now
ma'am.
I asked you,
Yes,
was there
ma'am.
anything else you needed me to know before I moved over to
But I
him?
already know he's going to push my buttons.
Okay, well, just sit there and don't let him push your buttons.
Okay.
That's the easy, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you can do that.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, go ahead.
So I have a newborn son with my fiance, and I know that he's my son for sure. And I know, and
How do you know for sure?
Watch how he shifts the conversation. He brings up her salary, her stability, even her government job. Classic courtroom deflection. When confronted, pivot to financial comparisons. But child support isn't about who makes more, it's about shared responsibility. Do you think he's genuinely confused, or just avoiding what might be coming?
Need to get money from you?
In my opinion, this is what she's doing here right now has nothing to do with needing money. It has to do with jealousy. She's trying to interfere with my relationship with my new son and my fiance.
Baby, I care less about that, okay? Two things for certain, one for show. I care less about that.
Excuse me. I
I'm
thought
sorry.
we weren't going to allow him to
It's-
push your buttons.
I
Thank
left
you.
one button out. I'm
I've
sorry.
got buttons.
Thank
Well,
you.
I've gathered all my buttons, and you ain't gonna push
Well,
them.
you
I've got a
know,
whole control panel.
excuse
nobody
me,
asked you
excuse
that.
me. The only
You're
person
so
that's going to
freaking
be
childish.
excuse me. The only person that's going to be pressing buttons up here is me.
I'm trying not to press his head.
Well, we're definitely not going to do that because then the bailiff will have to escort you out, and then I'll more than
This part is wild. He announces he has a newborn son with his fiancée, then insists he knows that one is his because the baby is white. You can feel the tension spike in the room. The judge knows this conversation is sliding into dangerous territory. This moment exposes more than doubt. It reveals fear, comparison, and maybe even guilt.
excuse me. That wasn't very nice.
Well, it wasn't nice for him to dish your courtroom either. I'm just saying.
No,
Well-
no disrespect to your court, ma'am.
I don't take offense to that because I don't sit up and let people push my buttons often. All right. So this is what we are going to do. We are going to reset this pending DNA results. Now, if for any reason the child does come back, well, the DNA test does come back and you are the father, you will have to start paying child support being ordered today. All right.
Can I respond to that, Judge, if I may? We were in what
Hits him with a reality check. Child support isn't optional based on someone else's income. And that line, she doesn't need money from me, backfires immediately. Parenting isn't about convenience, it's about obligation. How often do people confuse financial comfort with the idea that help isn't necessary?
we never committed to ourselves to each other. I wasn't even aware that she gave birth until like a week after it happened.
Lies.
No, I was never
I
told
called
that.
you.
Miss McKinney,
Yes, Your Honor. It's the lies.
it's the buttons. Woosah. Okay. Now, to your point, I was looking here through this Texas family code looking for where it says that you have to be in a relationship with somebody to not have to pay child support, and it doesn't exist.
Well, she never, said. I was under the impression, from what I remember, that she was on birth control. Now, that may be my faulty memory, but I never entered
But
into this
even
relationship.
still,
The energy shifts again when he criticizes the courtroom for being a weird place to do a DNA test. The judge shuts it down fast. This moment shows how frustration can cloud judgment. But more importantly, it reveals something deeper. He's uncomfortable because he knows this decision could reshape the next decade of his life.
even still, let's just be clear. Birth control or not, a 9-year-old child is here. These are the facts. A 9-year-old child is here who deserves support, not only from her mother, but from her potential father as well. So we are going to reset this matter, get some DNA testing done. So to my original thought, if you are the father, you will start paying child support being ordered as of today, all right? If he is not the father, you can come back to court and petition as many people. Now, don't take that offensive. I'm not saying that you just been with everybody or anything like that, but you can come back and petition as many people as necessary because this child, as I just stated, deserves to have the support from not only her mother, but from her potential father as well. So, do you all have any questions about what you're going to do?
No, Your Honor.
No.
No? Okay. And you have to make your daughter available for testing as well.
She's available.
Okay.
She's here.
Okay. So we can go ahead and get that taken care of today.
Oh, yes, we could.
Okay, so we'll reset y'all.
Thank
you.
The judge lays out a powerful truth. Relationship status doesn't erase parenthood. Birth control, memory, assumptions, none of it matters now. A child exists. And the court's job is to ensure that child receives support from both parents. This is where the law steps in to fix what emotion and circumstance never did. Here's the judge's final landing. paternity first, answer second. If he's the father, payments start immediately. If not, she's free to continue her search. It's a fair, balanced approach, and the only way to protect the child's right to stability. Imagine waiting 9 years for this moment. Would you feel relieved or anxious? Clip 12. And that's where the case resets. No shouting match, no revenge, just the truth finally getting a pathway forward. Whether the DNA confirms his paternity or not, this little girl will get answers she's deserved her whole life. If this case stunned you too, drop your take in the comments, hit like, and subscribe for more courtroom drama just like this.
Miss Pearson, you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Well, we had been together for a really long time. About 4 years ago, we decided to adopt a child.
About to get messy, fast. We've got 2 parents, an adopted child, and Judge who is not here for games. What starts as a simple question about child support quickly spirals into accusations, financial secrets, and a shocking confession that flips the whole hearing on its head. What would you do in this situation?
She was making a lot of money, and she just dropped jobs so that, because right when I started talking to her about child support, she changed jobs because she wanted to make sure that she wasn't ever going to have to pay.
Here's your first red flag. The moment child support comes up, the mood shifts instantly. Notice how the judge steps in early. She can already sense tension building. These first few sentences set the stage for a deeper conflict, responsibility versus avoidance. Do you already see where this is heading?
Do you have for that?
I have a degree in economics.
Okay. You have 1 degree or you have multiple degrees?
Well, and I have my master's in accounting.
You have a master's in accounting and you're working as a clerk?
Yes.
What do you...
This is huge. Right when child support discussions begin, she suddenly switches jobs. Judges see this move all the time. Intentional underemployment. It's a strategy to dodge higher payments, but courts don't take kindly to it. Have you ever seen someone try to outsmart the system like this?
And she's deliberately working at this retail job. Now I get it.
I could do any job I want.
You know what? Your character is not looking very cute to me at all, because you have tried to misrepresent to me what is really going on in this case. You stop.
A master's degree in accounting, yet she's working as a retail clerk? That's a major credibility blow. Judges compare lifestyle, education, and earning potential. So when someone claims they can't make more, but clearly can, it raises alarms. Does this feel like coincidence or calculation?
I was paying enough.
No.
And when I talk to my daughter, she loves me more anyway, and she should come live with me. And I know that's not a matter for this court.
This is the moment everything cracks open. The judge flat out says it. Your character is not looking cute. That's judge speak for I don't believe you. The legal impact here is big. Once intent is shown, the court can base child support on what you should be making, not what you claim to earn. Fair or too harsh?
Provide emotional support all the time. The child.
You know what? That is not, you cannot quantify emotional support. Stop it. I'm just going to go on with what I need to do because you obviously came here to play games today.
No, my baby
yes,
loves me.
You did.
She loves me more.
Watch closely. She pivots from income to emotion, claiming the child loves her more. This is classic misdirection. Courts don't calculate child support based on affection. They calculate it based on need and ability. Why do you think people try emotional arguments when financial facts aren't on their side?
Support is going to be set at that $55,000 because it sounds like you are intentionally underemployed, so you do not have to pay a higher amount in child support, and that is ridiculous because you're not cheating her, you're cheating your child. So, based on $55,000 a year, I have your gross at $4,583.
Emotional support doesn't pay the bills. That line hits hard because it's the legal truth. The judge is drawing a clear boundary. Parenting is more than feelings, it's financial responsibility. This moment exposes the gap between how she sees her role and how the law defines it. Do you think the judge is being too blunt?
Insurance for the child.
I do.
You
I
do
everything.
Based on this, I see health insurance at $1,200 a month.
Well,
ma'am, where do you work?
I work for the airlines.
Okay.
And the $1,200 is for me and
Here's the legal hammer. The judge resets her income to the $55,000 she used to earn. Courts call this imputing income. When someone deliberately lowers their salary to avoid paying support, the law acts as if they never left the higher-paying job. Should courts have this power, or is it justified?
Your child support obligation at $758.90 plus $400 for the monthly health insurance comes out to $1,158.90.
Am I paying the whole $400 a month, or is she paying any of it?
Did you hear me put you on a payment plan for that? If you didn't, you're paying the full amount, $1,158.90. And I need you to close.
This section matters. Health insurance is one of the biggest child-related expenses. The judge separates the total cost and focuses only on the child's portion, ensuring accuracy. Meanwhile, the defendant tries to derail the conversation with emotional jabs. Does that strengthen her case or sink it?
You all are dismissed.
Well, can you make her come see the baby, our child?
I can't make her, but ma'am, please go visit with the child. Do not punish the child because you're upset. Are you mad at the cats? I mean, don't punish the
I don't wanna be
child.
around the cats. Can you put the
And here it is, the final number, $1,158.90 per month. You can see the shock hit instantly. But remember, this isn't punishment, it's math. Courts combine income, healthcare, and guidelines to reach this figure. The real question is, did she think the judge wouldn't see through her plan?
Some sort of relief from the court that absolutely has no bearing on the outcome of your case. In this particular case, she stopped working at the higher paying job and started working at the lower paying job intentionally. She actually admitted that in court. No court is going to give you any type of relief to reduce your child support just so you can evade your child support obligation at that higher rate. It doesn't work like that. Do you know of anyone who's experienced a similar situation? Be sure to subscribe to our channel and make sure you comment below.
The last emotional blow. Can you make her see the baby? The judge can enforce money, not affection. This moment shows the deeper heartbreak. Financial conflict is often rooted in emotional wounds. How do you think this tension affects the child caught in the middle? Clip 12. And just like that, the judge lays out a lesson everyone needs to hear. You can't dodge responsibility by earning less on purpose. This case shows how quickly a courtroom can expose the truth, no matter how hard someone tries to hide it. If this case stunned you too, drop your take in the comments, hit like, and subscribe for more courtroom drama just like this.
Last 4 years, and I wanted to keep her development because I agree with the education plan that they have there. So I took the job because it was more money and it was a better career for me. And
More money, so should you be paying more in child support then? If
Well,
you're
I-
making more money?
Well, I think that I should be paying my mother the child support. Currently, I'm paying my ex-wife the child support, and I have no idea where those funds are going.
How much do you pay in
Wow, you can feel from the very first minute that the judge isn't buying excuses today. This is already tense. When a judge lists violations like that, it usually means they've lost patience, and honestly, the list is long. Clip 2. The defense is doing everything possible here, trying to frame this as a struggle, not a rebellion against the law. And honestly, hardship can absolutely break people, but courts also look at patterns, not just moments.
About my daughter living with my mother because she is retired. She worked for the city of Dallas for 28 years.
She worked?
Ma'am, we do not need the extra. My bailiff, Mr. A.K.A. Fuller, he will make sure that you're escorted out of this courtroom if you cannot control yourself. Understood?
Yes, Judge.
Thank you. You may continue.
She barely gets a sentence out before the judge jumps in, and that tells you everything. The judge has heard this before, maybe too many times.
Ma'am, Ms. Walker, have you been reallocating these payments that you're receiving from Mr. Walker to his mother?
Yes, Your Honor. I have receipts. I have everything. I've been taking care of my child.
What type of receipts are you talking about?
Receipts for me buying her food, clothes,
Okay,
shoes.
that's called parenting. That's not child support.
Well, I'm using his money for the kid.
But
This part hit me. The judge is furious, not because she hates the defendant, but because this was supposed to be her lifeline. Getting probation on a robbery case is rare. And then she commits the exact same crime? You can hear the disappointment more than the anger. And that line, stop crying because you weren't crying when you were robbing people, that's the moment the whole courtroom freezes.
Okay.
And I'm also a single mother.
Okay. Well, congratulations. There are a lot of single mothers in this world. So that's not information that we need in terms of calculating child support, okay? How many children do you have?
I have a total of 3. I have 1 with Mr. Walker, and I have 2 with my previous husband.
Okay. All right. Continue. What
Judge,
is
everything
your reason?
Once probation says they don't even want to keep working with her, yeah, that's basically the end. Probation only says that when they truly believe someone is out of chances.
Okay.
Judge, our daughter Kayla was living with me, and Blaine decided to come get her on the weekends. You know, everything was perfectly fine. She was getting along with the other kids in the house. So when Blaine started to come pick her up, and by the time he dropped her off, she would become so angry. She was fighting the other two kids. So I don't know if he was telling her things, but she would come back very...
Ma'am, there's more information than what I...
8 years. Honestly, based on the judge's tone, she was ready to go higher if she legally could. But she still leaves the door open, programs, rehabilitation, a future with her kids. Hard truth, but not cruelty.
Correct.
And Ms. Walker, you are not paying child support at all.
No,
correct?
Ma'am, I'm not.
Okay, so this is what we're going to do. You said you make $70,000 a year. Does that include any overtime or anything?
That includes overtime, yes it does.
Okay, so I have your gross at $5,833.33.
And now the courtroom shifts. New case, even heavier. Domestic violence cases always carry a different weight. The tension is quieter but deep.
That comes down to $4,625.06. Who pays health insurance for the child?
I do, Your Honor.
Okay, how much is health insurance?
For the past year, I've been paying $50 a month.
Okay, how often are you paid?
I get paid once a month.
So $25 a month.
Same victim, same pattern. This is where courts stop calling things mistakes. They call them behavior.
Okay. And then you said you have 2 other children
and I
one
pay
child.
mortgage and car note.
Ma'am, he has the same expenses. That means nothing to me. Ms. Walker, your child support is going to be set at $707.28. That includes the $682.28 for child support.
Mental health matters massively, but courts expect you to take the help they offer. Ignoring it for months makes it almost impossible to argue for leniency later.
Be allocated to your mother, and as I stated, Ms. Walker, that $707.28 will go directly to his mother as well, since that is who the child is living with. Am I right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, is there anything else from either of you? If nothing further, you all are dismissed. Thank you. Hi guys, it's Vonda Bailey, and I'm coming to you as
The judge is basically saying you had the tools. You just didn't use them. And that hits hard, because it's true.
the lawyer this time. We have arrived at the educational portion of our show. I just wanted to go over what this segment would cover and how the different scenarios interact with child support under Texas law. I'm court ordered to pay child support, but the child doesn't live with me or the other parent. Am I still obligated to pay child support? Well, under Texas law, that is very much so the case.
I'm muting this part because the details are rough. But what you need to know is this: the judge isn't exaggerating. This was brutal, and this was while he was on probation. Clip 12. 15 years. It's a long sentence, but in the judge's eyes, this isn't punishment, it's protection. And when domestic violence escalates to strangulation, the justice system takes it extremely seriously. Heavy ending.
Ms. Sauer?
Yes.
You brought this case before the court. What's going on?
We've got a father paying child support, a mother insisting she's using it correctly, and a daughter who doesn't live with either of them. And today, the judge has zero patience for games. As you're watching, ask yourself, what happens when the money doesn't match the living situation? Let's break this all down.
However, that did not, we broke up. In the process of being engaged, George adopted my 9-year-old son, Travis.
Okay.
And
right here, the judge jumps straight to the heart of the case. Why is this man paying child support to someone who isn't caring for the child? It's a simple question with a complicated emotional undertone, and you can already feel tension rising between the parents. If you were the judge, what would your first reaction be?
Your Honor.
What is the objection?
Well, we were engaged. It was great. Her kid, Travis, he's really sweet.
Wait, her kid?
Listen to this moment closely. He says he changed jobs to earn more, yet still try to keep his daughter stable. That's not the narrative we often hear in these cases. Notice how he's trying to show the judge he's responsible and thoughtful. But the key question is coming. Does earning more mean he should be paying more? What do you think?
I'm not following you.
I don't really see Keely. I don't see Travis much these days.
He misses you. And I miss you.
I'm not following you. You adopted Travis legally.
The judge throws a curveball. If he's making more money, should child support increase? This is where courts often shock parents. Raises, promotions, career moves, they can all trigger higher payments. But here, the twist is that the child doesn't even live with the mother receiving that money. This is where the case starts shifting.
Paying child support for him.
I probably should.
Probably.
Have you ever done something that you maybe freaked out about? And
Yeah, sitting here listening to your story is freaking me out.
This is the father's main argument, a direct request to stop paying the ex-wife and reroute funds to the person actually caring for the child. For many viewers, this might feel like common sense. But legally, it's never that simple. The moment he says rightfully so, you can hear his frustration. Would you feel the same in his shoes?
Who is that?
Are you okay? You're not going to have another panic attack, are you?
Oh.
Okay.
Do you really miss me?
Travis asked about you.
The mother claims she has receipts, but listen closely. The expenses she lists aren't tied to the child's current care. Buying clothes while the child lives elsewhere raises major red flags. This is where emotional and legal worlds collide. Is she spending it responsibly or justifying questionable choices? Be honest, how does this hit you?
Right before bed? I mean, you adopted him, so, you know.
Why don't you call and check on the child?
Just scared, I guess.
Scared of what?
You know, when I adopted...
Mean to him? I mean, what's the... I feel like...
When she mentions being a single mother, the judge shuts it down instantly. That's because child support isn't based on emotional hardships. It's based on income, custody, and need. This moment exposes a common courtroom mistake, trying to sway a ruling with personal struggle instead of legal facts. Did you catch that?
I'm sorry.
Oh.
So maybe I was wrong about you and Travis.
Do you want to...
This part reveals a huge contradiction. The mother says money is being passed along to the grandmother, but the father flat out denies it. Without receipts or direct proof, the judge must rely on testimony, and conflicting stories can seriously damage credibility. Which side sounds more believable to you here?
You're really making my heart jump over here.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's because I've never been in court before, Your Honor, but I feel like, yeah.
Maybe you guys should go ahead and get married. Forget the whole engagement thing. Get married. Then you don't have to worry about child support. Sounds good, right?
Oh my gosh.
Here's the breakthrough. The judge confirms that the child doesn't live with either parent. That instantly reframes the entire case. Once that fact becomes clear, the legal path is straightforward, even if the emotions aren't. And you can feel the judge preparing to shift child support entirely. Moment of truth incoming.
This is an ending we don't see very often in this court. So once you guys are married, no one pays child support, okay? So if there's nothing further from either of you, you all are dismissed.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Now the judge begins calculating support based strictly on income. This is where viewers often realize how methodical the process is: numbers, deductions, health insurance, and statutory guidelines. No one's feelings matter in this segment, only math. Ever wonder how different your support amount would look after a judge crunches the numbers? Clip 11. This is the climax. Child support is reassigned. The father's payments move to his mother. The mother now owes over $700 a month. It's a legal rebalance that puts responsibility exactly where the law says it belongs, on both parents, not just one. Big twist, big consequences. Did this outcome surprise you? Clip 12. This wrap-up from the judge highlights the real lesson. Child support follows the child, not the parent's preferences. Even when mistakes happen, the system aims to ensure the child's needs come first. If this case stunned you too, Drop your take in the comments, hit like, and subscribe for more courtroom drama just like this.